see on the perspective of those who are watching us and they are now starting to plan and go to the Philippines once we are ready to welcome them and explore caves in the Philippines. What dive sites in the Philippines are best for cave diving?
Well, whenever I'm asked this question, that's one of the first things that people ask me is where do you go cave diving, or where is the best place to cave dive in the Philippines? And the answer always brings me back to one particular place with a resounding you have to go, and that is called the Paglagaban Cave in the area of Bakwit Bay, very close to El Nido. It to me is the still remains to be the most beautiful cave that can be seen in the Philippines. It's owing to the amount of speleothem that you can see. The cave is uh, is a contains a gamut of colors. You've got brown walls to black walls to white walls to limestone formations that are either carved by water or that have been developed over thousands of years from dripping. The cave was once dry because for stalactites to to grow, they need to be in a dry environment because they rely on drippings from the cave ceiling to form. So they were once dry, and then uh, over a period of several thousands of years of flooding and water receding and flooding again and receding, the cave has gone through many levels of seawater. You can see the imprints inside the cave where the water levels used to be. So uh, that is how beautiful Paglogaban is. Now there are, having said that, there are other caves with equal beauty. Of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Some people could be diving caves that are so decorated for so many years that they've already um, gotten tired of the usual decorations and want to see something else. Then there are caves in the Philippines that offer this kind of diving as well. For example, there's a cave in Dinagat Island, very close to Surigao, where the cave, you can see the formation of the cave, but if you look closely into the walls and the structures of the cave, if you look very closely, you don't see bedrock. It's not made of carbonate rock. It's made of biological matter in the form of uh, bivalves. Bivalves have attached themselves to the entire walls of the cave. It's littered. It's not just littered, but it's engulfed and inundated with bivalves. So it's so fascinating in terms of uh, we talk about caves with the accretion of speleothem is brought about by the dissolution of carbonate rocks. But in this case, it's a different kind of accretion. It's in the term accretion itself does not apply to this cave, but accretion in terms of the growth of living organisms that attach themselves to the cave walls, and because of that, the cave walls thicken uh, by a multitude of speed. Cave accretion takes thousands of years to form, but Dinagat Island, it seems, has accreted in just probably 100 years, and it's still accreting so fast and so furiously that if you go there and if you manage to, let's say, rub your hands on a certain wall, in just a matter of months, that rubbing or that indentation will be completely erased again. It will be accreted once more. So those are the cases I could think about. But there are many more. There are many more that are some are easy to get to, but some are a little bit difficult to reach. But Surigao would be a very good target environment for cave diving. So this brings me now back to the other definition of caves. We think of caves in the traditional sense as holes that have water, but a hole in the ground where water emanates, which is what we call springs. Springs are actually caves in formation. So springs have water that come out in the resurgent side is where you see the water building rivers. But if you follow the water inside or underneath the land, you will see a wet cave or a completely submarine cave. And this to us is one of the more exciting caves to explore because the Philippines is blessed with so many springs. And it's just a matter of trying to find them. And they happen to be in very remote locations. But with the beauty of the internet, we're able to find these springs a lot easier than we did many years ago. I can think of places in Surigao and Del Carmen, as you say, and in the southern Hinatuan. There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot to be seen, and even up in the north as well. As you said, you're from the north, and the Cagayan area, up in the Callao area, is filled with caves up in the mountains, and a lot of them have water inside. So they're just caves are they come in a lot of forms and uh, different types. You see different things all the time. So it's just a matter of the appreciation of the person. If the person likes to see decorations, then we have those. If they want to see speleogenesis, we have those too. So again, every cave is always interesting in itself.
Yeah, listening to both of you make me want to start taking advanced courses already so I can join you in your
You're very
explorations.
welcome.
Now,